Critical Role to bring back Vox Machina and Mighty Nein, a new LEGO board game studio, and more D&D Secret Lairs.
Guess the secrets never stop.
Welcome to Fantasy News Friday, our weekend news rundown. Today we're talking about the latest episode of Critical Role, some tabletop news, and the latest D&D Magic the Gathering crossover. Remember, if you like these kinds of videos, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news.
Just come with me. Come on.
Tonight's Critical Role episode was mostly a strategy planning session, although Orm did finally talk to the Wild Mother, who furthered him to the cause of God saving via a fake version of Will, or at least a Vine version of Will. It was kind of unclear if Will was actually brought back from the dead or not. But anyways, Orm also got his weapon upgraded with Seedling, now called a Relic of the Red Solstice, and serving as essentially a new vestige of Divergence, because, you know, those were from the Divergence and these are new divine weapons. The party also somehow decided to use a big frontal assault to distract Ludinus to mask an infiltration team, which would be Bell's Hells, even though the group acknowledged that Ludinus would probably expect that. But the biggest news came in the cooldown for the episode, where Sam and Travis theory-crafted the idea that Ludinus was actually a god that somehow kept their mortal form, and that he may have something to do with the god the Raven Queen replaced. Also, Matt somewhat shockingly revealed that he may have the cast play other characters from their past campaigns from episode to episode, depending on what course of actions the players decide on with this big fight against Ludinus.
This might be a scenario where for certain simultaneous assaults on Ludinus,
we're hopping?
You guys get to hop into Vox Machina for an episode.
Are you serious?
And assault the Malleus Key. Hop into the Mighty Nein.
Wait, we get to be Vox Machina and Mighty Nein. Oh my!
One mission might feature the Mighty Nein dealing with all this weird psychic stuff going up on the moon, while Vox Machina would be part of the frontal assault, and Bell's Hells would be the infiltration mission. Honestly, that is kind of a big deal, and it'll be interesting to see if it plays out.
That is awesome!
Speaking of god killing, Matt Mercer's god killing is reaching a whole new level. This week, Blackwater revealed that Matt Mercer will guest star in God Killer Balance, one of their podcast series, as Ungol the Undying. God Killer Balance is Blackwater's latest God Killer series, with God Killer being, of course, a two-person game system in which one player acts as the God Killer, the only person capable of killing gods, and the other acts as the god. And basically, the God Killer goes through the pantheon and decides who lives and who dies. The new series will star Gina Susanna, Janis Wessels, and M. Carlson, and will also feature a ton of guest stars, including Brennan Lee Mulligan. There's something of a delicious irony here in Matt playing a god killer campaign when he's literally on the verge of killing all of his gods in Critical Role. Now, God Killer Balance launched last week, and you can listen to it wherever podcasts can be found.
Can't wait!
LEGO is getting a new game studio. Earlier this month, Asmodee announced a new joint partnership with LEGO to open a brand new game studio. Now, the new studio is called Dotted Games and will be based in Denmark and will make LEGO board games. Now, the first of these is the previously announced Monkey Palace, which basically uses LEGO pieces to build a monkey palace. But apparently, more games will be coming out in the not-too-distant future.
The future, Conan?
Rings of Power has released a folk version of Old Tom Bombadil ahead of the release of their second season. Bear McCreary composed the new song, which uses lyrics originally written by J.R.R. Tolkien and sung by Bombadil in Fellowship of the Ring. Now, Rufus Wainwright, who is a pretty well-known folk artist, actually sang the song, and you can actually listen to it now over on Amazon Music.
Old Tom Bombadil is a married fellow.
Now, me personally, I actually loved the new song. It really captured a different, more down-to-earth vibe for Tom Bombadil, which is also, you know, he has often been seen as a bit of whimsy in Middle-earth, a bit of goofiness and fun. But Bombadil, for all of his mystery and whimsy, really denotes a last place of peace for the hobbits in the actual story of The Lord of the Rings. And this song really seems to capture that last comfort before the darkness. Anyways, give it a listen and let us know what you think in the comments.
Check this out.
The fabled Catan novel is finally getting an English edition. Now, several years before his passing, Catan creator Klaus Teuber wrote the first 2 parts of a planned trilogy of novels that described the history of Catan. Yes, the history of the island that the game takes place on. Now, the book itself was inspired by the Vikings who settled Iceland, and those weren't raiders, but rather agrarians and explorers. Blackstone Publishing has announced, after several years of the Catan studio and Tuber's family trying to make this novel happen in English, Blackstone Publishing has announced that the English version of this will be coming out on October 1st, 2024. Personally, I can't wait. This is one of the last things that Tuber worked on before he passed away, and it sounds like a really fascinating story.
Compelling and rich.
And finally, Wizards of the Coast is continuing the celebration of D&D's 50th anniversary with a series of secret lair drops for Magic the Gathering. So far, we've gotten an Asterian secret lair, a Karlach secret lair, a pair of Beholder-themed drops, which kind of look like what you would expect a Beholder to look like if you took a bunch of LSD, and a drop featuring iconic D&D artwork. Now, all of these sets will be released on August 27th, and if you want one, you should go and order one off of Wizards' website. Well, anyways, that's all the news that we have for you today. Let us know what your favorite story was in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.